one of the propelling things for me was a young lady I taught how to crochet. I do crochet. Crochet is my first love.
Right.
And I found out that she could actually stay at home, look after her 2 babies. From the little crochet I taught her, she could make sandals and bags for sale. And she told me that what she was making in a week was more than what she was earning as a secretary. And I thought to myself, there's so much to do, so much to learn.
I decided to learn jewelry making actually. And there was nowhere at that time, because I didn't know anywhere initially, to learn jewelry making.
Okay.
So I started to learn bead making, and what I decided to do was to make pendants and earrings that would match my clothes.
Yes.
So for me, the first thing is find something you have a passion for, and then make it beautiful.
I like to talk money. You know why? Because when you want to move people's mindset, you have to let them see the value that they're missing. And just so, also for parents, because a lot of our parents are stuck with, they want a lawyer, they want a doctor, they want all these professions that nobody is making any money from anywhere. In every generation, things change. It's a different world right now. What kind of turnover do you do in a month?
Between 600 to a million.
Between 600 to a million?
Yes. So when I said that turnover, for instance, I would like to mention this aside, is that I took a class from her. The first person that ever taught me bead making was someone that was doing it as a hobby. Then I went ahead, I took a class from her, and I always tell people I don't know any family in UK, and I don't know any family in America, and I don't know anybody in Dubai, but I've gone to all these places to take classes. Why? Because I've always said, what are they doing there? I want to learn this. I want to, and that is where most of the income goes.
You have the right strategy, believe me. As a business person, I can tell you, there's a time for sowing and there's a time for harvesting. What you're doing now is investing in your business. You are reinvesting the value the business is generating back into the business for future growth and future returns. So it's part of what we say about don't eat everything that's coming from the business. Over time, build capacity for the business. So when you get to a point, you will have more profit than you can think of, rather than spending it all on day one to impress your friends that you have arrived. I think you're doing the right thing. And
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Questions for Subomi or for Mrs. Abdullahi?
For your training aspect, did you make use of a waste item to train people how to make bead and other stuff that you do in craft session?
You mentioned that while in school, you were studying economics, mixing it with ICANN, which is not a simple thing at all. And then you're also into your entrepreneurship, that is your jewelry making, had beads and stuff. How was it easy? How was it really to combine these 3 things at a time? I mean, these were not easy courses at all. And would you advise students in schools right now that if there's something they can take up, maybe like your hats and beads, shoes and bags, whatever, that could you advise them to also take that part, also try and be learning something on the side, not just being classrooms and all that? Thank you.
I want to ask, your jewelers, can you give it to someone who already has a shop that will market it for you, that's kind of a partner with someone to help you market?
All right, Ms. Abdullahi, can we have you speak first?
I'm just wondering where to start from. The gentleman who spoke about waste material, I'd like to start from that. I think it's very good when we can recycle materials. And as much as possible, personally, I like to recycle, reuse, recycle, because everything in our environment, even if we can afford it, won't always be there if we squander it. However, do what you have a passion for. If you believe in something, follow it. The beauty of humanity is that we're so many, and we have so many different abilities. There's a young man who spoke earlier on who said he's into computer, I don't remember what now, but I was thinking, do you know that people like Subomi could need people to design jewelry for them? I'm struggling at my very tender age to learn how to use some, program for designing. There's so much to be done. So if someone knows how to make, I mean, I look at coconuts, people made beads out of it some time ago. It's all well and good if one finds a use for it. You would have customers who will be interested in such things. You would have customers who are not interested in it. So I wouldn't major in that. We sell cowries, for example. We sell raffia, for example. We do training on calabash painting. These are all things that you can, but each person, you would actually only be able to bloom yourself when you're true to yourself and you find the field where you really, really belong.
What do you need to take your business to the next level? Expert advice? Affordable financing? State-of-the-art technology? A partner you can trust. At First Bank, we can help with that. Visit sme.firstbanknigeria.com to find out how we can help you grow your business. First Bank.
Okay, Subomi, any answer to any of the questions?
About 3 of them. There was a guy that asked me if it was easy with the economics and I mentioned initially that I later had to drop ICANN. But why did I drop it? I dropped it because everything around me said I should drop it. Not only the fact that it wasn't about what I wanted to be seen as, but what made me happy. ICANN was more like I wanted to be a chartered accountant. That was all like, so I was trying to read and at the same time I'm thinking of, there's one jewelry somewhere. So the combination, it wasn't flowing. And then I wanted to be a graduate. So I had to decide which one I wanted. What I would advise is, you have to focus on who you are. That is just it. I would always been a jewelry person. What pushed me to jewelry? So no matter how many, they say a lot of people do jewelry making now and I'm like, that's what, if they ask me now, what else do you want to do? I'm like, I have to start thinking, okay, I used to love clothes. Then I now start bringing myself back to that. It's not even the money. I won't even think of the field that is there money in it. But I know that the jewelry field will bring me money because that's what I love. And I'll just push it. And I'll meet people that love jewelry. That's your own answer. I'll meet people that love jewelry like me, that I'll cater for their needs. That is how, the first jewelry I ever sold was one earring. I was in school and I went to sell in VI. I sold the earrings for 300 naira and I was so happy. I was so happy. Not because my parents couldn't afford to give me 300, but because I made that money myself. It was such a big deal. Like, this was a field that I decided to focus on and I got some money from it. So I got my money from that. For your question, as for selling my kind of thing, even my customers, there was someone that called me and I wanted a jewelry that I made for someone. And I tried to explain to her that, see, I need to see you. It just works like that for me. The best jewelry I made are the ones that my customers are happy that someone else will look at this, it's lovely, but these earrings, it won't work with your own ears because your ears are too light or too big or that's not the kind of thing you wear. So I need to meet you, I need to talk to you. If you want to sell my jewelry, my own kind of jewelry, there's already a middleman. That is my own. It gives me joy to be able to do something for you. If, for instance, you have a field, you have like some people that you want to supply to, you know what they want and you want something from me, it's fine. There's a field where I'm going to where I want to be making
ready to buy.
Yes, components and things you put together because there's some beaded jewelries now that they're looking for something to make this, they have that I want to go into. I'm still fulfilling something in me because I'm helping somebody. That is what the person wants. Probably a clasp at the back. The person wants a design in gold or something. That's where I'm going to. So I don't know how that will work. Me selling to you. I could make money from it, but it's not. It won't do that for me. I was telling her initially that this jewelry, I had to make a jewelry that's me. That was going to like fit my dress. I wanted something. I slept at 3. And I had to wake up by 6 because I have 2 little boys that would go to school. You understand? But I was happy. to finish up the jewelry, and that's just it. Customers call me, and some customers, they're like, I need to meet them. I just need to. So that's how it is. For me, I love what I'm doing, and that's it.
You know, a lot of people think that what they're doing is for money. But you know what money is? A byproduct of doing what you do well. Whatever it is that you choose to do, if you do it well, it will ultimately make you money. And at that point, it's like doing what you enjoy and somebody is paying you to do it. That's the best place that you can be. Everything that has been shared by Mrs. Abdullahi and by Subomi, whether it's the supply side of jewelry making or the production and design side, what is important is that you can see that there are opportunities there. Like Mrs. Abdullahi said something subtly, and some of you might have missed it. You don't even have to be a jewelry maker. You could be someone who loves creativity, making designs, and your designs can be sold to someone who loves to produce, like Subomi, and even someone who wants to be a middleman selling jewelry. You could buy the designs from someone creating and go to a production person to produce the design you have chosen to sell. It will be a contract order, and then you go and sell it to other people. So there are other businesses. Between the facilitator and the manufacturer, there's a middleman business, and it's different things. And some of you could just be producing the packaging for the jewelry that Subomi and other people make. So how many different things have we identified there? There's the packaging, there's the merchandising, there's the market, there's the facilitating, which selling the products and the materials, there's the production.
There's display.
There's display, the cabinets and the showcases and everything that they use for that, which involves carpentry and design and whatever. And there's any other thing that you can find within that value chain that you yourself uniquely identify, and you build up and you sell it back to the market. We have a lot of talents. There's still so much we can do. We have no business having so many young people out of work. We have all that God knows that we will need. But we need to arise and take on the challenge and change our country so that at the end of the day, the least of us can be taken care of in order to take care of the best of us. Thank you very much, Mrs. Abdullahi. Thank you, Subomi.
Are you a creative person? Are you looking for the right partner to help you transform your talent into your business? We can help with that. First Bank SME Connect. Visit sme.firstbanknigeria.com to find out more. First Bank.
Are you a Nigerian? Do you have a business idea but lack the initial capital? AGDC, in partnership with Lagos State Government, the Chair Center Group, founded by Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika, presents through an online contest, Ignite Ideas Contest, to give seed capital of 100,000 Naira each to 1,100 people and 1-year business mentorship. There is more. You also get access to credit facility from one of the biggest banks in the country. All you have to do is log on to www.igniteideas.org to register and fill the application form. You should also follow them on their social media pages. Facebook, www.facebook.com/IgniteIdeasContest. Twitter, @IgniteContest. Hurry and give your business ideas some life.
We've talked about where you were, where you are. Now tell me where you want to go to.
What I see in the future is having a fashion house that will stand out. Okay. I will make people have a wow compliment.
Okay. Good way to go.
My future plan is expansion. I realize I need to expand and at the same time work on my pricing. Because the products that I do, the fewer you make, the more expensive it becomes because of the materials you have to acquire to make them. So I've done my research. I did sample products which I sent out to some selected organizations. What I did was to get people within the organizations to help me do the marketing while they make their own profits. And I realized how quick it was. Then I also realized I had to cut my prices down. So I had to work on volume. So that's what I'm planning on right now, to work on the volume and at the same time bring down the price. And volume will determine that.
That's good. I think your thinking is right. Always to see, okay, what is my handicap here? If price is a challenge, and you walk back and see where is the price challenge, because it's not always you can increase the price. Because first, there's competitive market. Two, market in itself might be resistant to a price increase at a point beyond competition. So once you get to that point, then you need to walk back. You need to then look at your sources, which is what I said about you finding cheaper sources for the furniture that you supply. You then, if it's production, you check how you can produce cheaper. And that can be your raw material, or where your material cannot be cheaper, or find better or cheaper sources of your material. It can be about volume. Because sometimes if you buy 10 of something, you pay 50 naira. If you buy 50 of it, maybe you're paying 4 naira or 6 naira or something. It's all of those factors you need to come into play. But in your case, you also should be careful, because it's not all products that can be mass produced. And if your products are arty from the things you've talked about, is it really about volume? So you need to be sure about that. Because something that should have an exclusive look or a minimum production, because you don't want everybody, if you want the mass-produced item, you buy the China and all of those Asian products. But if it's something that's coming out of your creative mind, there should be a price for that exclusivity. Now, you might think it might be considered expensive now, probably if you are selling to the wrong market. If you are selling an arty product to a market that is generally interested in buying mass-produced items, you lose the value of your creativity, because to them it's just a product. Do you understand? But if you are selling your unique arty product to a more arty crowd, like through like a gallery or something, then you're selling with the value of the art and you're able to charge a little more premium. Do you understand? So some of your unique things that you produce, beyond selling to the individuals or selling to the offices and all of that, you might want to scout galleries. You want to check like Quintessence or Glendora or any of those places that sell all sort of arty related things, and the kind of customers they attract already appreciate that there's a price for the uniqueness of items that they sell. And that might help you to get the price you deserve for your unique products. Now, you can have your unique products, you can also have your general mass products, which are the ones you can run like that. So balance that very well before you take that slip. All right? Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Mr. T-shirt.
In the future, I want to have so many outlets, like in 15 states here in Nigeria. And I also want to go somewhere, as in somewhere, a very far place, to see someone wearing, as in a Christos Walker made brand.
That's the name of your company, yeah, Christos Walker. Okay.
I want to, that's my
dream.
My dream. That's my joy.
Well, it's not impossible. In fact, you might be able to walk closer. You might achieve that dream much faster than you think. For the simple reason that in having 15 outlets, like you say, you probably don't need to set up 15 stores. Maybe all you need right now is to find 15 stores in 15 locations who are willing to carry your products. That's probably all you need. And that way, you can multiply beyond 15 stores to at least a store in each state capital of how many states do we have in Nigeria? 36 states. All right? So that can be your goal, to find the guy who can carry your products in each of those locations. And that shouldn't be difficult. All right? That shouldn't be difficult, as long as you continue to have a unique agenda and a localized agenda that helps you. But if you take something that happens locally and you immediately translate it into a design on your t-shirt, you can pass it across the country, left, right, and center, apart from all the specific branding that can be done. So I think that dream is not very far at all. You can just be strategic, find partnership, not necessarily, because if you need to set up store, you need a lot of capital to set up your own store. But do you need to have your own store to sell what you sell? No. You can later on the long term have your own brand stores because you want to build the brand. But frankly, you can start from using distribution points to build the brand before you then have a Christos Walker brand. I can see you looking at the dream, and I hope it would happen sooner than later, so we can all be part of it. And I'm sure all these guys should be buying your t-shirts right now.
No, they have no choice.
They have no choice. Okay, well, that's part of what, yes, he has a choice. But that's part of what Ignite is. I mean, you guys have formed relationships in all of this, and you've built your own network. And you must all learn to support each other, because that's key. It's helping each other and also sharing experiences. Because there are days that a situation will weigh you down. But somebody else that you're in this journey together, who has learned what you've learned, who knows what you know, will remind you of what you were taught that you've forgotten, or will encourage you and pull your hand up. And that's how you must build a network of people that share similar values and similar aspirations. That makes a lot of difference. All right? Well, it's really, really, really been fun chatting with you guys. And it's refreshing to see that beyond the talk, you guys have walked the talk. And in walking the talk, we can see results. Of course, there's still challenges, but that's like, I've been in business for 25 years. I still face business challenges every day. If you find someone that's been in business for 50 years, he will tell you his current challenges. So they will never end. Don't ever think they will end. There are new challenges for different seasons of your business. But the key thing is that, is this what you want to do? Have you made this choice? Are you willing to commit to it? Can you walk the walk? Can you walk it on the long term? And in doing that, can you build value for this our great country that's called Nigeria? And like I've asked you from the beginning of the project, can you pay it forward? Because as you do this, help to build some other people. So ultimately, we build our nation. And we all benefit from the great nation if we build it. All right? Thank you very much for sharing. And it's been my pleasure. And for me, it's personally fulfilling to hear your stories and the things that have happened after. That's what makes it worth it, to spend the time. And I bet it's what makes it worth it for First Bank and for Lagos State Government for making the investment. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to grow your business by selling to people in different ways? We can help with that. First Bank SME Connect. Visit sme.firstbanknigeria.com to find out more. First Bank.
Send in your comments, questions, and shoutouts to our Facebook page, facebook.com/IgniteTV, Twitter/IgniteTVNG, and check out our website, www.ignite-tv.com. For extras on Ignite, visit our YouTube account on www.youtube.com/IgniteTVNigeria for lots more about the show and lots of useful information on building your business.